welcome to our MindFit series. My name is Amy and I'm with Home Care Assistance. And we typically do our MindFit series in a group location, such as the Buck Center in downtown Littleton. But with everything going on right now in the stay-at-home order, we thought it would be really wonderful. We're partnering with Cherry Creek Retirement to get this information out to people. It's so important. We all know how important it is to exercise our bodies, but we need to exercise our brains too. And that's what this is all about. A lot of times I'll explain the MindFit to people that it is a group exercise class for your brain instead of for your body. So you need to do both of them. And if it's good for your heart, it's good for your brain. But we're going to focus on the brain today. This MindFit series is cognitive activities that are based on the Cognitive Therapeutics Method that was developed by Home Care Assistants, that are caregivers that go into the home to help people thrive at home. They are able to do this program. So I hope you enjoy the MindFit program, and let's get started. So I'll show you the way it works. So we're going to start with triple bonds. And I'm going to give you 3 words, and you are going to figure out what they all have in common. And remember as we go through these that getting the quote right answer is wonderful, but your brain is still working. And you're exercising your brain whether you get to that right answer or not. So here we go. All right. The 3 words that we have, and I'm going to scoot a little bit closer so you can see the words better. So we have pine, palm, and cedar. Pine, palm, and cedar. And so you need to think of what they have in common. And if you said they're all trees, that's right. They are all trees. So the next one that we have brown, black, and polar. So again, it's brown, black, and polar. So what do those 3 things have in common? Well, if you said bears, that would be right. So now we've got boardwalk, waterworks, and jail. Again, boardwalk, waterworks, and jail. What do they have in common? If you said spaces in Monopoly, you would be correct. All right, now we've got painter, hairstylist, and dentist. So painter, hairstylist, and dentist. What do they all have in common? Well, they all use brushes. So now we've got Ford Motor Company, Nebraska, and the $5 bill. Ford Motor Company, Nebraska, and the $5 bill. If you guessed Lincoln, that would be what we were looking for. They all have Lincoln in common. Now, how about a baseball stadium, a ring, and a deck of cards? So a baseball stadium, a ring, and a deck of cards. What do they all have in common? Oh, there go my words. Diamonds. You have a baseball diamond, a diamond ring, and the suit of diamonds in a deck of cards. So French, car, and bull. What do those have in common? French, car, and bull. If you thought of horns, that's it. French horns, car horns, and a bullhorn. Now we've got a lily, bachelor, and shoulder. Lily, bachelor, and shoulder. What do they all have in common? Pads. Lily pads, bachelor pads, and shoulder pads. All right, Dorothy Gale, Auntie M, and Glenda. Dorothy Gale, Auntie M, and Glenda. Did you guess the characters from The Wizard of Oz? Yeah, that's it. All right, now we have a yacht, an ark, and a dinghy. A yacht, an ark, and a dinghy. Yeah, boats. They are all kinds of boats. So we've got a few more of these, and then I've got a couple other activities that we're going to do today. So we've got Lennon, Wayne, and Kennedy. Lennon, Wayne, and Kennedy. Did you guess that they're all Johns? John Lennon, John Wayne, and John Kennedy. Alrighty, helicopters, scissors, and grass. Helicopters, scissors, and grass. If you said they all have blades, that's what I was looking for. Now we've got Joe Montana, George Washington, and Indiana Jones. Joe Montana, George Washington, and Indiana Jones. Hopefully you said they all have states in their names. And now we have rainbow, zebra, and referee. Rainbow, zebra, and referee. They all have stripes. Next we have king, hermit, and fiddler. King, hermit, and fiddler. If you grew up by the beach, you probably guessed that they're all types of crabs. And eyeglasses, paintings, and bicycles. Eyeglasses, paintings, and bicycles. Did you say that they all have frames? That's it. All right. Peanuts, eggs, and jokes. Peanuts, eggs, and jokes. Did you say things that people crack? Crack jokes, crack eggs, and you crack open the peanut shell. Now we have north, ski, and flag. North, ski, and flag. I bet you guys said pole. North pole, ski pole, and the flag pole. Now we've got computer, potato, and poker. Computer, potato, and poker. What do they all have in common? Chips. Computer chips, potato chips, and poker chips. And you know, the cool thing about watching this as a video is that if you ever want a little extra time to figure out what they have in common or work on the answer, you can always hit pause and work it at your own pace and then come back to it. So now we've got a boxer, a catcher, and a surgeon. A boxer, a catcher, and a surgeon. What do they all have in common? Did you say that they all wear gloves? And now we have a person, a pin, and a bed. A person, a pin, and a bed. They all have heads. All right, so a headboard, a pin head, and of course, people all have heads. Now we've got a microscope, a playground, and a trombone. A microscope, a playground, and a trombone. Did you say they all have slides? A trombone slide and a slide on a playground, and a microscope slide that you look at. And now we've got checkbook, beam, and scale. Checkbook, beam, and scale. Did you say that they're all things that you balance or that balance? And now we've got a rabbit, a man, and a pot. Rabbit, man, and pot. What could they all have in common? How about types of holes? A rabbit hole, a manhole, and a pothole. So, hope you like those. So, the next thing we're going to do is called magnify. All right. So you're going to see a small piece of a picture, and you have to figure out what bigger picture it's a piece of. So it's good because you're trying to recall what part of a familiar object, what that looks like. And it's helping your visual spatial perception as well as memory and attention skills. So this is the way we do this. So let me get this really close to the screen so you can see it. I'll give you just a second to look at that. All right, and did you guess pepperoni pizza? Yeah, that ooey gooey cheese there. And these pages take me a little bit longer to flip through. Sorry about that. And what's fun is some of them, you can really see different things in the picture. So here's the next one. I'll hold that up there for just a second. There we go. And did you happen to say it was a shell? The other thing that I always see with this one is, to me, at first I always see a really nice ooey gooey cinnamon roll is what I see at first. All right, so here's the next one. Something metal. Hopefully you can see that well. Yeah, and if you said a blender blade, that's what it is. Let me pull that back a little bit so you can see the whole picture. All right. I have a new appreciation for what my teachers did when I was younger, right? And they would hold things up in front of the class. All right, so look at that for a minute. And then did you say, yeah, it's the eyeglass pads on a pair of glasses. You don't see as many eyeglass pads anymore, though, because there's so many people that wear glasses that are the plastic and they don't have the pads anymore. All right, so here's the next one. And really fun to look and think, okay, what else does that look like? Because as I said before, a lot of times they look like a lot of different things. But if you guessed a hairbrush, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, I think that those little round tops are kind of the giveaway for the hairbrush. All right, now this yellow. Whatever it is, it looks kind of good, doesn't it? All right, I'll flip it around. And if you said corn on the cob, that is right. All these fun colors. Next up, we've got something orange for you. I'll let you look at that for a second. What could that orange and white thing be? Well, if you guessed a snowman, that's it. It is the snowman's nose. Keep looking outside, waiting to see if the snow is going to start this afternoon. Let's see. Let's see what you think that piece might be. Though I would tell you that 40 years ago, these were made out of like a heavy rope instead of plastic. But I know sometimes people, when they see this, it looks like a phone cord, but it's actually a jump rope. Kind of tan lines. Give you just a second. All right, did you guess blinds? Yeah, there's some mini blinds. Yeah, that's a good one. It's green and yeah, it's kind of funny looking, isn't it? I know, if you like your vegetables, you probably guessed asparagus right away. The tip of an asparagus spear. And this one, if I showed my kids, they probably wouldn't know what it was because they don't use this very often anymore. Let you look at it for a second. Did you guess a stamp? Yep, they don't do much mailing of letters and cards anymore, do they? All right, this blue almost looks like a blue wave, doesn't it? Give you a second. Did you say toothpaste? There's the toothbrush with the blue toothpaste on it. So, yeah, I hope you like doing this magnify. If you have a smartphone too, you can also download, there's a free magnify app, and it's always fun to go look, especially with new plants coming up. As spring is coming, or spring is here, it's fun to use the magnifying app to go look at things in the ground. But you can also use it when something is, like on a bottle, is really small. You just turn on the magnifying app and you look at it and make it as big as you want it to be. All right, so here's this one. I'll let you look for just a second. All right, if you guessed a wallet, that's what it is. It's a man's wallet. Looks like it's sitting on a park bench. All right, we have just a couple more of these to go. So here's this one. Right. And it is an apple core. So an apple that's been cut with a core. So it's got those nice straight edges. And how about this one? Anybody guess? A leaf? Yeah, a really pretty fall leaf. And, oops, sorry, my pages are getting stuck together. There we go. Another green thing. What could that be? To me, it kind of looks like what an ant might see if they were in the grass. But it's not grass. It is actually Brussels sprouts on the stalk. All right, and I believe this next one is the last one that we have. No, we have 2 more magnifies. So this one, let you look for a second. Did you guess a baster? Let's think of a turkey baster. All right, and the last one that we have is yellow. Any ideas on that one? What could that be? All right, it is a football goalpost. So I hope you enjoyed this. So the last activity that I have for you today is a word grid. So the grid is going to have 9 letters. I'll show it to you now. So my suggestion for you is that you're going to want to write these letters down. And the next time that I do a mind fit, we can go over what the answers are. So the goal is to write as many words as you can using these letters. But there's a caveat. Every word that you write has to have that A that's in the middle, and you can only use the letters that are on the grid the number of times that they're on the grid. So for instance, there are 2 A's on the grid, so you can do a word that has 2 A's in it, but there's only 1 P, so you couldn't do a word that has 2 P's in it. So my suggestion is to start with 2-letter words and write all the 2-letter words that you can come up with. For instance, at, A-T, or ha, H-A. But up, U-P, you can't use because you have to use the A that's in the middle of the grid. And there is 1 word that uses all 9 letters. And I will tell you, I want to say it's 81. Yes, there are 81 words that I have listed. So one last look at this, write it down, challenge yourself, see how many of those 81 words you can come up with. And if you want to email any questions to me or suggestions, or you missed the next one and you want to know what the answers are, you can email me at amy@centennialhca.com. So amy@centennialhca.com. So I enjoyed doing MindFit with you today. I hope you really enjoyed exercising your brain, and I look forward to the next time that we get together for MindFit. Thanks so much. Have a great one.